So when we're talking about brands, you need to understand that at the end of the day, the essence of your business is communicated by the integrity of your brand. And when people trust the name of your company, they trust it not for the name alone. They trust it based on the character that the name represents. They trust it based on the value system that the name brings to you. We're not in business for the short haul. We're in business for the long haul. And if we want customers to be able to look at us in the eye 10 years down the line and find a good reason to still do business with us, we have to do it right. We have to deliver the quality. Why? Because over time, sometimes there's a part of the value chain where it will seem like you're losing because you're doing those things right. But there would be the harvest time when the seed of doing things right would facilitate your growth and put you on a major speed growth. And in my business experience, I've had many cycles of going through that. And it's all of those things that you do every day that combines together to represent what your brand is evaluated as. You need to decide from the onset what kind of company you want to build, what kind of message you want to attach to your brand. I mean, you look at First Bank as an institution. It's a 121 years old company. 121. There's no other corporate in Nigeria that has that kind of age or tenacity and has stayed the length of time. 121 years of a massive institution that has transited from private enterprise when the British people who started it owned it, to becoming a government institution over time, to the period when it went back to private sector hands, and is going through a process in itself, responding to changes in time and seasons. The reality is, what backs that is what you do every day. It's in the way you deal with your customers. It's in keeping your word. It's in delivering service and quality to your customer. It's in the kind of messaging that your customer can communicate on your behalf based on their experience of you. That's really, you know, you can run all the adverts in the world in order to sell your brand. If everybody hears about your company every day and says, oh, I want to experience this, don't have selective customership. Don't position your products to be nice to the rich guys when they come to buy from you. Because the guy that you look at ordinarily today will have a change of status tomorrow. And his experience will impact on how he would rate you or deal with you when his status has changed. In building your company, understand that the brand is not the name of the company. It's not what you advertise. The name is the identity. But the experience of the company is the true reality of what your brand represents. And how people will perceive and pass it on. Referral is bigger than $10 million of advertisement budget. This is the truth. So my business grew on the back of that. There's one product that we're the biggest in the market on, but most people don't know. When you walk through the entrance of any bank, those bulletproof security doors that you walk in through, I have been doing it for 20 years. We introduced it into this country. We're the largest and the biggest. And as of 2 years ago or 3 years ago, I went into Italy. The company that was producing for us went bankrupt, and I took over the whole operation, and so we own the back end in Italy now. Brand is not the name of the company. In my understanding, it is the value and the equity that the company delivers to the customer, and is backed up by the things that you do every day. And it's not about the size of your company. It's about the experience you deliver to the customer. What you don't learn to do in your early days, it becomes more difficult for you to do as you grow bigger. In fact, when you're small and cute, is when you can be more engaging with the customer. You know, one of the biggest opportunities I had to grow my business came from a customer. Because in my 20s, there was a point where I was so frustrated with the business. We were doing everything, but we could not do things. I didn't get the satisfaction I wanted because there were so many things against us and there was so much we didn't have. I was a young woman in my 20s. Which bank will give you money? Interestingly, look at life. So at 52, it feels like I've already lived my life. But I can't stop thinking. I need to still keep going. And all the things I learned became tools that attracted people to invite me to join all the multiple boards that I were. Because there are people watching you. So you've got the business brand, but you've got your personal brand. And your personal brand is you, your word, your conduct, your integrity. People are watching. They're listening. They're observing. They see where you start. They see where you end. Everybody thought young women can't prosper except they're sleeping with the guys. I made 2 decisions as I was starting. As a young, skinny girl, I was never going to sleep with any man to get a job, nor was I ever going to pay a bribe. They told me it was a perfect formula for failure. Well, 27 years after, I've proven it's a perfect formula to succeed. And to succeed sustainably